What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist. Y aquí estoy con.
Gershwan.
That means I'm here with.
Gershwan.
And today we're back to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Ty Shingleton did. He asks, what happens to the homeworlds of the Traitor Primarchs? I know some, like Olympia and Prospero, were destroyed, but what about Chemos and Nostramo? Good question. So they actually became what is known as quarantine worlds. Check out our 40 facts on the
Coronavirus.
quarantine worlds.
Yeah.
Quarantine worlds are like forbidden planets. I forget what the title is. But yeah, they're basically pieces of space, or they're planets where the area around them is is like blocked off. There's space buoys that send the message like, hey, don't come any closer. There's sharks in the water, things like that.
But yeah, some of them have gotten swallowed by the warp. I don't know if any of them have for sure have a warp storm around them. But some of them did comply and become part of the Imperium. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So
yeah, yeah.
But yeah. This one's by Pug Lover 253. Who has the bigger PP, Miguelito or the Big E?
That's a tough one.
Well, Big E, you have big in his name, and Miguelito, usually Ito is like a little, I don't know, like a
diminutive.
Yeah, it makes it like, oh, he's small, he's young.
And based on our previous knowledge, personal experience, whenever somebody says big anything, it's usually small. Big Mac, and you get a Big Mac, and it's like this little tiny thing.
Big O, and
it's this little tiny thing. But yeah, so Miguelito.
Yeah, definitely. He's kind of like what's that dude's name? Jordi El Nino. His name is El Nino, but. Next question. This one is by I Can Has Loot. Well, he's got two questions. What are your favorite foods? And is there a better way to brush up on orc lore than just reading the wiki? So I've always said this. When it comes to lore, the best place is the codex. I don't go anywhere until I've read the timeline first, because that tells you exactly what happened, when it happened, and it's all the major events. And they just give you like a 2-3 sentence, like quick little like blip to kind of let you know what happened.
Yeah, we've talked about jumping on eBay or going to like a secondhand bookstore and looking for old school codexes. What GW does is normally they just repeat the same thing like over and over between the codexes, but every now and then you'll get like a new paragraph that sheds a little bit more light onto like the whatever codex it is. Like in your situation, it would be orcs. There are some really good like lore on the daily life of an orc in like the old 5th edition codex. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, if you really want to see like a huge like change in the lore, definitely get the first codex for the Necrons and then read the 8th edition one. It's like, what?
Yeah, they changed them. They used to be more like Tyranids, where they were mindless, and now they're like people with thoughts and
dynasties
feelings.
And Catan even changed and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Should have stayed dead.
You could really see the difference between like what the writers were coming up with back in the day as to nowadays.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I think it's more of like, okay, let's try to customize them in a way.
And I feel like that's always been the case for everything. Look at the Psychic Awakening and the supplements. It's like create your own chapter, create your own sept, create your own warband.
Yeah. This is definitely going off in a tangent, but on Instagram there's been like a new like challenge where like it's a chapter challenge, and painters try to get like a box of Primaris and then just all paint them different chapter colors. Yeah, they look really badass. You guys should definitely check them out. That was a tangent. What's your favorite food?
Ooh, that's hard. I guess to be very plain and very simple, bread. I remember back in high school, the highlight of my day was going to Jewel and picking some bread.
Bread is good.
I'd always have to get 2 bags, one for myself and one for the fam.
That's funny. Just one whole loaf for you.
Not a whole loaf, a whole bag full of loaves for me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would always eat them like watching Toonami. I like save it till like midnight and I'd like watch Toonami and eat bread.
Did you put anything on the bread?
Usually no. Sometimes I'd save 1 or 2 to actually make like a torta / sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, usually it's just eat the bread the way it is.
I like Coca-Cola.
That's food.
It is for me. I've gone days of just like
Drinking Coke.
just drinking Coke. Yeah. Yeah. So what I used to do is I would get a large Coke from Mickey D's, go to work on my lunch break, go back to Mickey D's, just get another Coke, and then for dinner I would usually just have some crackers and a Coke, and that was what I would eat. It was not healthy at all.
And this went on for how long?
That particular thing went on for like a month. I would have like regular food when I would go out, like when we would go to Popeyes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But when I wasn't, I would just drink pop, Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I would also do Coke. So I guess that disclaimer, that kept me going. Coke on Coke is what you should try. Yeah,
it all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
Next question comes from Tin Man 40,000. First of all, I would like to thank you for answering my question. I really learned a lot from you guys. Second, can a psyker make a non-psyker a psyker? Can a psyker make a non-psyker a psyker? No.
I mean, he could be like, oh, you have psychic powers now, and like pretend that the dude's actually doing something, but then you're actually doing it from behind.
Yeah, but then he's not a psyker.
Right, he's getting psyched.
Is there a psychic discipline that that bestows psychic powers to people?
The biomancy.
What does that do?
I was like, oh, you guys have like tough skin, or oh, you guys are faster.
Yeah, but that doesn't give them.
It doesn't give them psychic powers, but it like bolsters their like biology.
Huh.
Your muscles work faster. Your instincts react quicker.
So like cocaine.
Yeah, that's all it is. You want to become a psyker, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Don't.
Next question.
This one is by Impulse in the Ozone. If you guys had to choose, would you rather be fisted by Dorn with a power fist or Gaskell with his mecha hand? One's sharp.
But one's really big.
That's true. Ooh. Probably Dorn.
Yeah, I don't like pointy stuff. I don't like blood. I don't like pain like that.
Mm-hmm.
It would be ripping.
I feel like you'd feel more pain right away with the power glove. But with Gaskell's hand, it's like sharp, so it'll go in quicker, but it's sharp.
Yeah. The blood part, though, that's still kind of gross.
I mean, I'm fine with Gaskell as long as he goes like this, but he better not go like this.
I'm pretty sure he will come in doing this.
Then I'm done. Yeah. Dorn, hands down. Well, one hand would be down.
He could do like one finger, just to like test the waters.
Mm-hmm. Like dipping your toe.
Yeah. This question comes from August Anderson. So OMS, when will you guys be in If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device, and what will you guys be? I still need to watch that series. I get the memes. I understand that I need to watch it. But yeah. I mean, I don't really know what is there yet. I know Kitten is there. I know that
there's Digonobs.
Slime Marbo is there.
Isn't Magnus like a good guy?
I mean, he is a good guy in like real life.
In real life.
In real life, yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What character would you like to be in 40K?
Just generally?
Yeah.
Like if I could be anything in 40K?
Well, have you watched the series?
I'm subscribed to it, but I've never found the time to actually sit down and watch it.
Yeah. So what character would you want to be?
I don't know. I feel like Grey Knights would be cool.
Be a Grey Knight, like, dude?
Yeah, because, like, every day would be like a horror movie. Like, you're fighting ghosts, and, like, there's a possessed sword that one of your battle brothers has.
And you're always looking for old boy, what was his name?
Drago.
The real Primarch.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I'm about to die. I know Drago got my back. His throat sliced. He didn't.
Yeah. I think I would want to be, like, I don't even know. A rogue trader? We'll go with that. Next question.
This one is by Samuel Mueller. Can Tyranids starve? I mean, they're biological beasts, so I would assume so.
Yep. There was actually a tactic employed by the Ultramarines, I believe, which was just basically destroying everything on a planet so that when the Tyranids got there was no biomass for them to consume. And it's like the classic scorch earth tactic in regular military.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
This one is by August Anderson. Question, please answer my question. We will. So it took Games Workshop roughly 30 years to bring back Reboot Guilliman. How much longer do you guys think it'll be until we get another Primarch released?
Probably like 11 days. That's how far Adepticon is, right?
I don't think they're going to put up a Primarch.
You don't think Angron's coming out?
No. Because, like, there hasn't been any, like, hubbub. Like, I don't think they'll just announce it out of nowhere.
I felt like the Guilliman bit just came out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, they were kind of, like, pushing it, and, like, there was leaks and stuff. Rumors were coming out. And I guess there have been rumors and stuff, like the Lion's coming, Russ is coming, Fulgrim's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely going to be 9th edition. I don't think it's going to come up anytime soon.
We'll see.
A new Primarch per edition? Please, no. That'd be too long. But at the same time, it beats waiting another 30 years for another Primarch.
Yes. Next question comes from Iriador 1982. Hola, amigos.
What does that mean?
He says, what do you think would happen if someone within the Imperium would actually manage to complete the Imperial Webway project? Wouldn't that kill the need for maintaining the Astronomicon and thereby free the Emperor from the need to sustain it? Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You got it right.
You hit the nail right on the head.
You should be doing these videos. Shit. Mm-hmm. You answered a question that we could have taken 5 minutes to
you
answer.
Answered it in your own question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with the completion of the Webway project is I think that you need very sophisticated psychers, which the Imperium does not have. Even like the Primaris psychers, not Primaris Space Marine psychers, but like the top of the top psychers, they couldn't even build the same structures that the old ones did, because it was the old ones that started the Webway projects, the warp gates.
There you go.
Which then turned into the Webway by the Eldar, which the Emperor was trying to mimic. But yeah. Next question. I have one from Fran A.G. Months of Shame is when the Inquisition fights the Space Wolves, so Guilliman knows about that? Question mark. Yeah, Guilliman should know about the Space Wolves fighting the Inquisition, but also Guilliman should know that the Space Wolves are dicks, and they fight with everybody, including the Dark Angels, everybody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he should know that, like, the Lion and the Wolf fought for, like, a day just because they were being stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, he knows.
He knows.
Él sabe. This one's by Mercenary. Since the Emperor is allegedly becoming a Chaos God of Order, could he be able to remove or heal people, possibly even a Primarch, of their Chaos gifts or corruption?
I don't think so, because Slaanesh can't do that to Khorne possessed people.
Right. Or Zeech can't do that to Nurgle, etc.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the God of Order would be within the same boundaries as like the god of blood.
He can give boons to his followers, but he can't take them away from other chaos gods.
Yeah.
But that would be a pretty cool thing. Like maybe he's like anti-chaos and that's his thing. He doesn't bestow his followers, he removes it from others.
Yeah.
Tal vez.
Maybe.
Malau?
Maybe.
Who that? AGGY?
AGGY. What happened to her?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Time.
Next question comes from DVB equals R. He asks, are the Custodes psychers like the Grey Knights? Thanks from Germany. No, they actually are not.
Well, I think they have psychic a presence to them.
Right.
But yeah, like if you look at the mottos that have been released for 8th edition, they can't do psychic powers.
Yeah, and I read a little bit of the Adeptus Custodes lore, and they were saying that they rely on different psychic, like astropaths, and I forget what they're called. I think they're called Doomscryers, which is a discipline, a psychic discipline that any psyker would be able to master. And the fact that the Adeptus Custodes need to rely on someone else shows that like they are not. They're, like you said, they have a presence, a psychic presence, just like most Space Marines or just people, but they don't rise above that.
Which is weird. It's like the Emperor created them to be like the utmost pinnacle of like the best everything. Like he literally like created them, almost like creating a Primarch.
Yeah.
Why would he not give them psychic powers?
Yeah, maybe it was because of the whole Council of Nicaea too. Like how hypocritical would it be if he's like, yeah, I'm going to ban all psychic powers, but my boys, my bodyguards, they're going to be using psychic
But he
powers.
was using psychic powers too.
Well, yeah.
It's like, I'm going to ban psychic powers, but I'm the strongest psyker ever. I don't follow those rules. Like,
That is kind of true.
yeah. I don't know. But then look at the Grey Knights. Like,
But that was like as a response. It was like, oh shit, yeah, I fucked up. But yeah.
but just imagine how powerful they would have been. They would have been like Grey Knights times 20.
Yep.
But I guess that would have also kind of, it's like, why play Grey Knights? Just play Custodes.
Yep. Next question comes from
Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Keith Parrish. Is there any of the Salamanders chapter that are perpetuals like Vulcan?
Not that I'm aware of.
Now, there's very few perpetuals, period. It's a very rare thing.
Yeah.
So like, you have the Emperor, Vulcan. What's the other dude's name?
John Grammaticus.
There you go.
Miguelito, Bridget B. Eliza Thornberry.
Yeah.
That's the ones I know.
What's the little boy who goes blah, 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 blah?
Donnie?
Donnie?
No, that's the monkey, wasn't it?
I don't even remember. Those were the shows. And these were the questions.
Oh.
Segue. Bye, guys. This is Gershwan.
The Sound Alchemist, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation. I knew I never had that much to lose.